Radical. Let's talk about some big returns in the NBA. Two big returns last night. There might have been more. I know of two that happened last night, and they were within the same game. The Pacers-Nets game. One big return, of course, Kyrie Irving, but we'll get into that in a minute. Another return actually didn't seem like it would be a big return because this guy hasn't played since 2018, but it turned out being a pretty big return. I think the Pacers are going to want to keep this guy. He's on a 10-day contract, and man, he's working to get an extension. Lance Stephenson scored 20 points in a little over 6 minutes, went 8 for 9 shooting, off the bench, mind you. He was 4 for 5 from three-point range. That man is trying to extend his contract. I think he actually had a record, though. I'm not sure here, but I think that's actually a record for the most points scored in the smallest amount of time off the bench. So big kudos to him. He was the reason that the Pacers actually were beating the Nets. Yeah, you heard me right. The Pacers, who are one of the bottom teams in the East, were whooping on the Nets. I don't know what's going on with the Nets. I'm not sure. They was on a losing streak. You know, I don't know. I'm not sure. But they got to clean it up. They got to clean it up because you got the Bulls, you got the Bucks, and that's just the teams that are difficult in the East, starting with B, the Bulls and the Bucks. Still got other teams to worry about, but yeah. So big congrats on Lance Stephenson. Now, if memory serves me correctly, wasn't Lance Stephenson during all those Eastern Conference games with the Cavaliers, Pacers and Cavaliers, wasn't Lance Stephenson the one that was lightly blowing in LeBron James's ear? Yeah, look it up. It's freaking hilarious. I guess that's one way to get in somebody's head, But they have a history. Lance Stephenson and LeBron. I think once he even tried to punch him in the nuts. I'm not sure. But the big return was Kyrie Irving, who scored 22 points, had 3 steals. So him being back on the Nets is actually going to really help with their defense a bit. 3 steals. I think he was efficient, over 50% on shooting. And this guy hadn't played in 8 months. Yeah, the guy is something. He is a magician, Love or hate Kyrie Irving. He's fun to watch play. He had this one, I think there was 2 really hard layups. Like he had to work for him, And he went all the way down the court, and this guy is something. He's something special. So he's fun to watch. I definitely, I have my criticisms of Kyrie Irving. I've said a lot about him before, and I don't take anything back that I said about him before. I think he's also maybe a flat earther, so he's kind of a weirdo. But nobody could take his basketball ability away. After the game, Kevin Durant, he said it makes it a lot easier for us. So I was kind of like, just kind of hinting at Kyrie, yeah, man, it makes it a lot easier for us to actually try to, contend for a title later on if you're going to be here with us. Right now, he can play away games. This was an away game, but he can't play at the home games per, the vaccination rules within, certain states. I wonder how this is going to work out long term. I mean, right now, of course, they need him. They need him even on the away games. I don't know why they have a bit of a collapse. I don't know if there's people injured. I'm not sure. Harden, he has that leg injury. Seems to be bothering him. Plus, he's just not as explosive offensively as he was before. Kevin Durant is doing a lot of the heavy lifting. I think he had 39 points in this game. So there you go. 2 big returns last night during the same game. The Pacers get Lance Stephenson back, and the Nets get Kyrie Irving back. I think between the two, of course, Kyrie Irving's return means a lot more because even though Lance Stephenson had almost as good as a game as Kyrie Irving, the Pacers are not contending for anything, really.